Hello everyone, welcome back to Hills and Hollers Homestead. I'm Mike, and today you got the missus with us. She's getting ready to make, I talked to you guys previously in one of the videos about lamb, how it wasn't a very big dish around our area, but we've recently discovered it and rediscovered it type of thing. So today while we were out doing our grocery runs and stuff, we came across this at Sam's Club, and it's Frenched lamb. And it pretty much comes as just two sides of the whole loin. It's just a rack. And it's cheaper to buy it this way because when we get it and bring it home, we just go ahead and separate it, cut it into the little lamb chops. And Emily's going to give you her little recipe here, show you how to get ready to make it. So, Mrs., go right ahead.
I've cut them into the chops, and I just take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to kind of drizzle it across the top of them here.
Here, hold on a minute before you go any farther. This is the missus.
Don't put me on it.
You better get used to it, because if this channel's going anywhere, we got to do it together. So that's us. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is Emily. I'm Mike. So we're going to flip back to the meat here. Okay, good.
All right, and then it's a little bit of just the kosher salt. Just kind of sprinkle it on there.
You're not going to do fancy like the one Brazilian chef where he kind of does the,
No,
you know, the
plain.
whole. Yeah.
No, just some cracked black pepper. And what I'll do is I'll let these set for about 15 minutes or so, and then flip them over and do the same thing on the other side.
So this lets the seasoning set in a little bit and everything.
Let it set in there for just a little bit,
Okay.
and then once they've set and it lets it bring the meat up to like about room temperature so that they'll cook a little better. And then after we get the other side seasoned, then we'll do them in the skillet.
Okay. So in the skillet would be, of course, cast iron. Always cast iron, and it will be done. What do you do? Pretty high heat.
Medium high heat. I'll put some more oil in there, get it to where it gets up to a good shimmer, nice and hot. And I'll got some sliced fresh garlic that I'll put in there with them when I put the lamb chops in, and I'll throw several sprigs of fresh rosemary and thyme in with them.
Okay.
Let them. Usually for most of the lamb chops, rare, so it's a couple minutes on each side. They don't cook very long. And then when you take the lamb chops out, I will take the pan and put just a little bit of lemon juice and just a little bit of water and some red pepper flake, and kind of scrape to make like a little bit of a sauce.
Oh,
to
okay.
Put on them.
All right.
Then I put
So
the
like
lamb chops and let them rest.
Kind of a faux au jus type of thing.
Yeah, sort of.
You want to get fancy with that kind of language?
Just pan drippings is what
All right,
I'm more around here.
So you're going to use a roux.
No roux.
No pan dripping. So you're going to kind of use it as you would as a roux.
Because no butter, no flour in it.
Okay, all right. So you have to forgive our informality today, guys. We've been on the road since we left the house a little after 8 o'clock this morning.
Lots of errands.
Lots of errands. Working that normal 9 to 5 or 8 to 7:30 to 4.
Whatever.
She always works a little longer.
Shifts.
So working at weekends become our errand times to get caught up on stuff. And, we said on other videos and stuff before that, the supply chains and stuff like that are kind of stretched, getting thin. And we did not notice that here locally. We went to Sam's, we went to Walmart, and we did not notice, anything being sold out or big holes like we had actually previously seen. What we did see was a big increase in prices. We walked out of Sam's at $425 with half a buggy. And so a whole lot less buggy for a whole lot more money. And the same thing at Walmart. We walked out with a lot less in the buggy and a lot more taken out of our account. So prices are definitely going up. Just one thing to kind of show you is while we were at Sam's Club, they have those little Cornish hens, and I think they have them there in a 4-pack. They're like little 1 pound. They're chickens is what they are, but they're called a Cornish hen. Last time I bought a pack of those was last spring. I think they were like $14 for 4 of them, 4 1-pound birds. They're $21 now. So just that alone. And poultry is usually not one that goes up real high, and you don't usually see it's not as volatile because it's an easy commodity. It's easy livestock to raise and cheap to raise and cheap to butcher and everything like that. But yeah, you've seen a significant increase in price in that.
Ribeyes are $16 a pound.
And yeah, ribeyes, that was another thing we looked at because we love good steak. We're big meat eaters here. and we noticed ribeye steaks at Sam's Club was $16 a pound. They did have T-bone steaks on sale at Food Lion.
Yeah.
But they were
$7 a pound.
They were $7 a pound, T-bone steaks, but they were very thin. I mean, what, quarter-inch thin, you think, pretty much?
Yeah.
So you're paying almost as much for bone as you are for meat. But so again, I'm not going to push fear on this channel. We're not going to push fear mongering and panic buying. But good preparedness is everything that we're always going to encourage, and we're going to try to get some more videos out here today. We're going to do some canning. We're going to do some pressure canning. We're going to do some home canned beef stew. And then we're also looking, I don't know if we're going to get into it today or this weekend, the chicken, because we've got an abundance of chicken from where we raised.
Not what that we used to.
But I'm going to put this on pause here for a few minutes and see if we can't get these lamb chops flipped over and get them in the skillet. So I'm going to pause you. All right, so as the skillet gets hot, a little bit of ghee in first, and everybody knows what ghee is. It's clarified butter, and then a little bit of olive oil with that. And the pan's going to get hot here, and it's already getting hot because we're starting to smoke. Turn it down just a smidge, and we'll wait for the lamb chops. All right, so we brought it right up to its smoking point. We're throwing the lamb chops in. Now, these aren't being deep fried now. Garlic cloves, fresh garlic cloves, going in with them. And these things are tiny, so if you're wondering why 2 people are eating so many of them. Leftovers. Very easy to heat right back up. And it's a good quick meal, and it's very filling. All right, so now that is the rosemary and thyme both out of our little herb bed in the back here. And like I said, like Emily said, these are cooked at what? Rare? Just about what, 125
rare.
Degrees?
Yeah, we reckon
so,
most people for lamb is rare.
Okay.
Some people like a little bit more, but
yeah.
Like
and it does taste better this way. Lamb's a fatty meat, but it's really good. Ghee is it has a higher smoke point, so it's a better frying medium than olive oil. But when you put them both together, and you get the enhanced flavor of both of them. So you guys are seeing real time here just how long this is going to take before she flips them, and then once you do that, after they're cooked for the same amount of time on the other side, then we just put them on. Then we just put them on a plate and let them rest for a couple minutes. As the heat goes out of them, it makes them a better meat. It makes them, I wouldn't say more tender. It just makes them more easier. Yeah, it kind of seals the juices and stuff in. Jethro, you can't have lamb. Yeah. So it's like the same thing with steak. You let it rest. All right, time to flip.
Yeah.
We'll get an idea. So lamb you cook about to the same temperature that you want to cook your venison to. And I know a lot of people out there kind of freak out and I can't eat anything that's pink or anything that has blood or anything like that. Truly, venison is best at 125 to 130 degrees internal temperature, and lamb is about the same. Now, lamb has a different taste. So, like I said, if you've not had it and you decide you want to try it, understand from the get-go that this isn't a pork chop. It doesn't taste like chicken. It's not beef, and it's not venison. Okay, it does have a unique flavor to it. More of a grassy, earthy taste, not a minerally or tinny type of taste. But you're eating an animal that was raised on grass. And that's the big difference in what we see anymore, is because most everything that we get commercially is grain and feedlot raised with very little grass included. So they're fattened up and brought to weight on grain and stuff, and like silage and things like that. For a cow or any ruminating animal is truly and honestly a grass-only animal, and that's how they should be raised. And that's why we try to stick with that, because it does definitely, it changes the whole palate, the whole flavor palette of the meat itself when it is grass raised. It's a stronger, more distinct flavor all across the board. Even the chickens that we raised this in process here on the farm this year were completely different tasting. Truly a chicken taste beyond what you're ever going to get at a store. And that's because they were raised right here on our grass with no soy, no GMO, and stuff that they're supposed to be eating. And they were allowed to eat bugs and forage and scratch and everything. All right, so you guys get the idea here. You see how long? Maybe about 4 minutes total, even if that.
Yeah,
so
not very long.
Not very long, and then you just kind of let them set. So we're going to pause for a few here. All right, first round out, and what she did was she stirred around the garlic, the thyme, and the rosemary a little bit in the ghee and the olive oil. It helps infuse that oil with those flavors as well. And didn't touch the heat, pan still hot, sear them right up. And like I said, they're little. They're not, these are not T-bones, these are not pork chops, these are little, okay? But very, very healthy, very healthy. Lamb is probably one of the most nutrient or nutritious meats that you could eat, and the profiles that it has in amino acids and fats and everything, and proteins, that is truly what you want. Lamb should be appreciated more, honestly. And it should be appreciated more, not only for its flavor and everything, but also for the health benefits of lamb. So yes, we're never going to push a vegetarian or a vegan type of lifestyle here. We are all about the ruminating animals and red meat and good food, because that right there, it would take about 50 pounds of vegetables to even come close to some of the nutrients in that meat, and you'll still never get the benefits of the fat and the protein from a plant that you'll get from a lamb that's already converted those plants to protein and fat. Jethro's sitting there licking his lips. He's like, man, I really want some lamb. I don't know what you're cooking. It smells good. I'll eat it. All right, second round, we're flipping over. You can see, you know, they're not scorched. Just starting to brown on the fat, just on the edges right there. Oh yeah. I wish we had smell-o-vision. You guys smell what I'm smelling. Oh my goodness. All right, so while we're standing here waiting on the last of the lamb chops to finish up, it's now 4 o'clock. Neither one of us ate while we did our last grocery store little run today. I know, but we're loading up because the prices are going up. So we went ahead today and we dropped the dollars today, and that way we're good for a long time now. But while we were out, like I said, prices were the big thing that we seen. But it's like I said, it's 4 o'clock now. We left the last store at 2:30 today, and I grabbed a small bag of pork rinds, and she grabbed a small bag of white cheddar popcorn. And that's all we both had to eat since yesterday. And the reason for that is just not because of our schedule, but we try to maintain intermittent fasting, and it's helped significantly with our health, with our weight and everything like that. So we do anywhere from 16 to 18 hour fasts typically, and we'll eat just during that 6 to 8 hour window in between. And you don't eat the whole time. You eat, typically one meal is all we eat a day. But today we both ended up at about 26-hour fast. So those pork rinds, they went south real quick, and that popcorn went south real quick, and we got home, and let me tell you, these lamb chops, they're going to go south real quick too. Because we're hungry. All right, so now after you take them out of the skillet, you just kind of wrap them up in foil, cover them up, let them sit there and rest. And probably about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, Emily.
Nah, 5 to 10.
5 to 10. Okay, now she's adding onion juice.
No, lemon juice.
Lemon onion juice. Jesus. Yeah, you can tell. Lemon juice to what was already in the pan. And that's the ghee, the olive oil, the rosemary, the thyme, the garlic. So what was that, about
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of lemon juice, onion juice. Wow.
Crazy.
Now a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. And then some red pepper flakes. And a little bit more water, just to get it to move around real good.
Scraping bits off the pan.
Yeah, you want to scrape your pan because you want to get them little stuffing bits up in there too. Add some substance to it.
Flavor.
Well, yeah, definitely flavor. That's just texture is what that is. All right, heat off, fire off. And there's that. Well, that handle may be hot too, woman.
Yeah, not bad.
All right. Put that on the side, just in a corner there. Let those aromatics start to work in there. And then take that sauce, just kind of dump it over. Look at that. A little more texture, cover it up. Let that kind of steam and set in there. Oh my goodness gracious.
2 or 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes, that's it. So nothing hard, nothing big, nothing complicated about this. Pretty simple ingredients. Probably thyme and rosemary, the fresh sprigs, is probably something that a lot of people wouldn't have readily available, but we have a big bed of them out here on our porch that we use, so we harvest from it pretty frequently. But stand by while we go to a pause here, and I'll let you be involved in the taste. All right, I am by no means refined, and I will eat these with my hands and my fingers, but just for this, I'm gonna let you guys, Emily's gonna cut this one here. I'll let you see just that nearly perfect shade of red, blue, purplish.
Reddy pink.
Reddy pink. All right, like I said, these are small, so. All right, taste test. Told you, fingers, man. I can't tell you how good that is. I'm telling you. Now, you shouldn't freak out about that collar by any stretch of the imagination. It is not bleeding. It's not making the bah sound. I assure you it is dead, and it's going to good use because it's fantastic. And that flavor, it's just tender, just so tender, and such a very good rich taste. I'm gonna grab that bone and we'll start gnawing. Listen, y'all. Mom always taught me not to talk to my mouth full. Hey, subscribe to our channel. Give us a big thumbs up. We're getting started in this now. We're going to start putting some more of these videos out here. Some of Emily's recipes, because God, she's a good cook, man. I'm telling you, she's a fantastic cook. So give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Lots more videos coming. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm going to enjoy this. Take care, y'all.